K-pop fans could overthrow the government? Like, I literally mean it. What are we doing with our time and energy?
Jennie, Jisoo, Lisa, Rosé.
Oh my god. Why do they pronounce Rosé like that? Hi, welcome to my totally legit K-pop news show. My name is Angelina, and today we are going to discuss a lot of very interesting topics. Among them are BLACKPINK receiving backlash for Windows used in one of their stages for How You Like That. We also have Chungha receiving a lot of backlash for featuring a type of bull scene in her new music video for Play, as well as a subject that a lot of you guys have wanted me to talk about, and that is Twice being compared to BLACKPINK and shaded in a French TV show. So if any of those subjects interest you, maybe one of them, all of them, I don't know, I have timestamps in the description which effectively allows you to scroll through the time thingies of the video and you can see the different sections. It'll admittedly fuck with my watch time, but it's fine. So let's get started. Actually, I'm gonna stop you right there to remind you to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have, because I don't either. Okay, so the first subject we're going to cover today is Twice being shaded by this French TV show and being compared to BLACKPINK. Now, I did watch the documentary myself to really see if people were kind of overreacting, because, I mean, third gen stans, am I right? I'm kidding. Second gen stans are pretty bad. We just didn't have this big of a platform. Okay, so basically this documentary starts off by praising BLACKPINK and their accomplishments, which obviously there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But the first issue people are taking issue with is definitely the fact that they said that BLACKPINK have dethroned BTS when it comes to most viewed music video in 24 hours. And I know, you know, the boy with love views is a really touchy subject, but that's not my circus. If you thought YouTube played fair, I don't even have a play button. And that's on YG's false copyright claims. So from there, the documentary goes on to say that BLACKPINK have a feminist tone, that their whole thing is kind of girl power, how essentially they represent that you can wear what you want, say what you want, and be who you want. You know, still nothing too troubling. BLACKPINK obviously have a girl crush theme. That's nothing like, you know, revolutionary. That's nothing, we know this. And honestly, the praise from this documentary is already miles ahead from this kind of German interview that kind of blew up a while back, where he also pronounced Rosé in a weird accent.
Jennie and Rosé.
But essentially the interview kind of painted BLACKPINK in this really manufactured light. I'm sure you remember. But I digress. Let's get back to the French mini documentary. So what is problematic about this documentary is that they then bring up Twice out of nowhere, you know, and they were praising BLACKPINK, but then suddenly they're like, BLACKPINK are so different compared to a typical group like Twice, who are very numerous and more or less resemble each other. Okay, there's a lot to dissect with this. So first of all, Twice's concept, they showed a picture of Twice's cute concept. That is not at all what the K-pop market is saturated with. Like, if we want to go scientifically into this, girl crush is very saturated within the K-pop market, and people are straying more and more away from the cute concept, even Twice themselves. And when you take that statement and, you know, compare it to what they were saying about BLACKPINK before, that BLACKPINK have strong individual personalities, you're kind of seeing that the documentary is kind of implying that Twice don't. And I think it's just not fair to look at a cute concept and think, okay, that has less depth. That means that you can't speak for yourself. That means you can't, like, wear what you want, say what you want, and be what you want. And that's kind of what I was getting from the documentary, that they're praising BLACKPINK for kind of their styling and their type of music, while saying that Twice's cute concept means the exact opposite of all of that. And I don't think that's true at all. So obviously fans are super upset with this, and they really want, you know, M6, which is the station, to apologize. But as I'm filming right now, there have been no statements in regards to this. Now let's move on to my segment called Kpop Shenanigans, which is basically fun things that have happened in this here sphere of the K-pop world recently. I'm sorry for not replying to some of your DMs. I have read some of them. You know, keep on sending them if you want me to mention something in this segment. First up, ATEEZ have announced a comeback for July 29th. Now, oh my goodness. You know, they originally posted this super mysterious photo that said, "Maybe we're living younger, that's why we're fever," with a caption that said, "So I gotta let it go. Passion, young forever."
Young forever.
And fans are in a frenzy, and I'm seeing all of these kind of hints that they're pulling out of nowhere. Does anyone else feel dumb? Like, how do you come up with these theories out of literal crumbs? I could never. Like, when I say K-pop fans could overthrow the government, like, I literally mean it. What are we doing with our time and energy? But I digress. They have been posting more photos since, but I did want to highlight this one specific photo because I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think, and I feel it in my heart, I think they're gonna go for a school theme. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really excited. This will be my second comeback with AT, so let me know in the comments down below if you like ATs, if this is your first, second, third, fourth, 183rd comeback with them, because we know they never stop. We also have 17 who have a challenge on TikTok for their new comeback, which is called the Left and Right Challenge, and Rain partook in that. Now, a lovely individual has been spamming me for days and days on end for me to check out Third Eye, which is a new group who have made a comeback with a song called Yes Sir. Now, I feel like a lot of people have been telling me that they give second gen vibes, that they give 21 vibes, and I just have to say that I love you, but some of you really use that term too liberally. No, but for real, I definitely see the appeal, and I'd say that they honestly give me some BAP vibes, especially with this song in particular. So kind of, I guess, very late second gen into early third gen vibes for sure. But moving on, we also have CL who has posted these mysterious photos, and maybe we're all clowns, or maybe it's a comeback. And I did want to take a minute to talk about the rookie group Weekly with 3 E's. At first I was like, that's really confusing, but I think it's really smart for like the optimization of search results. I've fallen in love with their debut song Tag Me, and I hate school themes, but like this is it. Definitely a song I recommend. It has like a cute theme, as we've mentioned before, that is kind of not really being done as much anymore, but there's still some strong vocals, and it's just everything is perfect except for the school outfits. But you know what? I don't know what I was gonna say. So lastly, in some not so fun news, we have seen that the music video for Seulgi and Irene's music video, Monster, has been delayed for a second time, but this time SM has not released any statement as of yet explaining why. Like, people were literally to the minute waiting for the music video to come out, and then it just didn't, and like they didn't say anything. An update to this story is that they announced that it would be uploaded on July 7th at 12 p.m. KST. So it has indeed since been uploaded, but they still have not given a reason as to why the music video was delayed. Now, I watched the music video and I thought it was really interesting, so if you want a review, let me know. But I do have a theory as to why it may have been delayed. And here's the thing. So we do have very light, creepy elements within the music video, but I feel like maybe those elements were a lot stronger previously. So maybe they were about to upload the music video and then found out that the video might have gotten banned for certain elements. I don't know, but I'm thinking back to the girl group Nature, who had to re-upload a tamer version of their music video because it got banned for being too graphic. So maybe this is a similar case. Maybe they went a little too far with something and had to make changes very last minute. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think that could be a possibility, or why do you think it was really delayed again? Okay, moving on to BLACKPINK and the backlash they have been receiving for featuring certain type of windows in their stage for How You Like That. So it seems some people had pointed to the fact that these windows resembled mosque windows, and that using a religion as an aesthetic is not okay. For this case in particular, for BLACKPINK's windows, it seems that a lot of Muslims are coming out and saying, you know, these aren't mosque windows, and that rather than using religion as an aesthetic, people are using religion to hate on BLACKPINK arbitrarily. The following tweet reading: "Not every building with windows and pillars is a mosque. Stop using my religion to fuel fan wars and bring hate to BLACKPINK. If you're actually Muslim, then you should know the clear distinction between a mosque and a regular building. This can easily be a palace or a museum setting." And others pointing to the fact that the windows and pillars could very well have been inspired by Islamic architecture, but just because something features Islamic architecture doesn't inherently mean that the area is a religious one. In fact, we do have instances of Islamic architecture within secular contexts, such as palaces and fortresses, though one could argue that they were built with religion in mind. However, the distinction would be that those particular buildings are just not mosques. I'm no window expert, and I'm not going to tell someone that they cannot be offended by something. However, on Twitter, it seems people are pointing to European architecture as the inspiration. A lot of people pointing to the fact that these windows are actually English Gothic windows. So we have this one picture going around, kind of basically very similar to the windows in Blackpink's stage. So in terms of what originally inspired the style of the windows and the pillars, I cannot personally confirm. I mean, English Gothic architecture could very well have its own inspirations and so on. But let me know what you think. Do you think they have more European vibes, or are they more inspired by Islamic architecture? Let me know what you think. Okay, so the last story for today is Chungha receiving backlash for featuring this kind of scene that is quite reminiscent of a bullfighting scene that you would see in Spain. However, what is notable is that there are no bulls present, there are no animals present within the scene, but instead the bull is kind of represented by a car. And it seems that a lot of people are really torn about this. One tweet reading, "I don't think the bullfighting scene is appropriate. It's highly offensive to us, Spanish people, because you show a cultural celebration that includes animal, and we're trying to ban it." So it seems a lot of people are upset because it kind of promotes the event, an event that a lot of people are ashamed of or kind of want to get banned. And I'll leave some links down below to learn a little bit more about it, to learn a bit more about the practice. However, there are also a lot of people expressing that it's not a big deal, that she didn't actually use any live animals. In fact, she replaced it with a car, so there could be some level of symbolism within that. Another tweet reading, "Chungha did it for an aesthetic, and it's okay as long as there's not an actual bull." Then going on to ask that we simply, acknowledge how horrible the practice is instead. Which does bring up really interesting questions, at what point in art can we use certain symbolism to express something? Is there really a hidden message behind it, or is it just purely used for aesthetic? So I'd really like to know what your thoughts are on this. Do you think that the car represents the bull in a way that could kind of romanticize it and kind of promote something that a lot of people are trying to ban? Or do you think this imagery is just so popular within pop culture that it gets a pass? Okay, so that is basically it for this video. If you made it to this point, thank you so much. If you did not skip around and mess up my watch time, I'm kidding. It's not a big deal. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe this video with friends you don't have. I don't know. As for me, I'm gonna get going, but you can also do fun little things to help this channel, like join my channel memberships. Press the join button next to the subscribe button. You can see all the different levels. These are the current people who support my channel on a monthly basis, and I'm so very thankful. Anyways, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!